What's up, you movie collecting maniacs, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer, and it's time for a movie haul video. I got a lot of great stuff, as per usual. Some of the stuff I actually just got in, so I wanted to show it off. All different genres, like usual, as well. We got sci-fi, horror. I think we have sci-fi. I know we have, yeah. Horror, fantasy, and a little bit of everything in between. Some action from the 80s or early 90s, but great stuff. So, let's dive right in. First up is a Hammer horror flick that I've always enjoyed. I've had it on DVD in my big Hammer box set, the actual cube. That's right over there in the corner. I don't know if you can see it right here. But I have always wanted to upgrade this one, and had the opportunity to for a really great sale that was going on through Scream Factory. So I picked it up. It is the Reptile. And this one is fantastic. I love this one. The atmosphere is really cool. Just the whole concept of a girl who changes into a snake kind of reptile creature and kills her victims. Really interesting stuff. It's got a really great mystery to it. And everyone does a great job across the board. It's got that Hammer horror feel through and through. Really can't go wrong with this one. Highly recommended if you like these kind of Hammer films. And if you haven't seen this one, really cool stuff. But yeah, I had to pick it up. I've been wanting to add it to the collection in Blu-ray form for a long while and just hadn't got around to it. It was on my wish list forever, and I was just hoping and praying it would go down in price. Never ever did, but finally was able to grab it in a sale. So awesome stuff. Love having this one in the collection finally, and I am just whittling down the movies that I need to upgrade still to Blu-ray with Hammer horror films. So that's one more closer to being complete. But let's move it on to the fantasy fare of this video. This movie is one that I watched when it first came out. My family had a cable box that was, well, I guess illegal. And you could get all kinds of pay-per-view for free on there, and I would watch the shit out of so many movies. And I watched this one, but I haven't seen it since then. So I'm kind of interested on how it holds up. I know the CGI for it isn't the best, but the story was really cool, and the cast is astounding. So it is Dragonheart, and I actually picked up the novelization recently of Dragonheart, so I figured why not have the movie as well. I don't believe I have it on DVD anywhere in the background, so it's nice to have it in the collection in both the novel form and this, and one day I'll read the novel, and one day I'm going to check this out again. But it's really, like I said, the cast is awesome. You got Douglas Quaid in there, and then you got the voice of the dragon is Sean Connery, oddly enough. But it also has David Thewlis, and then the chick from Starship Troopers who played Dizzy, my absolute favorite character in that film. Fell head over heels for her, and I can never remember her damn real name though. She's in this. Really cool cast, but as you can see in the back, some of the CGI on the dragon. I mean, it was okay for the time, but it still wasn't up to snuff to Jurassic Park kind of standards. But I like the story of a dragon and a knight who kind of make a deal to kind of go from town to town and con people out of money to have Dennis Quaid's knight character come into town and vanquish, supposedly vanquish the dragon, and they pay him all kinds of stuff, and they do that from town to town. That's a really cool concept, and I really need to check this one out again just to see how it all fares nowadays, and with my movie sensibilities, I guess. But Dragonheart, cool stuff. Let's move it on to, oh my god, this movie looks ridiculous. And for some reason, I've never watched this movie before. I've always seen the poster, heard of it, but I never had the chance to sit down and watch it. And I am excited as hell to see this one, because it looks ridiculous as all hell. The movie is Trog, where Joan Crawford's character finds a caveman-like being and tries to befriend him, I guess? I don't really know much of the story. But I think a lot of clashing of cultures happens, and People don't like Trog. The people in the town don't like Trog, apparently, I guess. But it looks like it's insane. I have to see it. I've never, ever in my life checked this movie out, but it looks like it's a real treat. And I love the Trog costume right there. Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Trog. If anyone's seen this movie, let me know what you think about it. I've heard things, but I've always wanted to see it for myself. But it looks ridiculous. But Trog, and this one's put out by Scream Factory. Yeah, I've never owned this one before, so first time in the collection. But moving forward is a movie I actually never really heard of before. Kind of, when I saw it in the sale, I didn't really know what the heck it was, but it sounded cool. And from just some of the screenshots, yeah, it's called The Projected Man. And I don't believe I've ever heard of this one before. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool right there. But yeah, I know nothing about this, but it just sounded like a really cool concept. It was through Universal Studios, so I don't know if they were trying to make some kind of Universal monster out of this guy somehow, but yeah, no clue about this movie, but I'm interested to check it out. I got nothing else to say about it. Really cool looking. Let me know if you've seen it. I'm interested. But yeah, that's the Projected Man. And it's another Scream Factory release. And up next is another Hammer film. And I thought I saw all of the Mummy iterations that Hammer put out. I've heard of this one, but I don't believe I've seen it. It's not in my collection. It might be in the box set. I'm not sure, that big box. But I don't think I've ever seen this one. And I love, like, the Mummy character in general, the Egyptian lore and everything behind it. This one's the Mummy Shroud, and for some reason, I can't for the life of me remember if I've seen this one, but I think I'm going to watch it tonight, because I'm in a mummy mood. But this one looks fun. Hammer films, you really can't go wrong. I don't know if there's any big hitters in this movie, but yeah, like no Christopher Lee or Peter Cushing or anything like that. But yeah, it looks pretty awesome, and I've heard of this movie. I've heard the title so many times, but for some reason, I assumed I watched it, but I don't think I have, because none of the screenshots are coming, you know, like, bringing memories to life here. But, yeah, the Mummy Shroud looks pretty badass, so I'll probably be checking that one out. And I love Hammer films to death, so maybe I'll do a showcase kind of video on it when I am done watching it. But let's move it on to something completely ridiculous, but I remember watching it as a kid, and I have fond memories of it. I don't remember a damn thing about it, but it had a hot actress in it as well. What did this come out in? I'm going to say the 90s sometime, early 90s. But it's Steven Seagal's Hard to Kill with Kelly LeBrock. Can't go wrong with Kelly LeBrock back in the day. And Steven Seagal, his early movies are entertaining enough. But yeah, I've been wanting to watch this one again for a long time because I really remember little to nothing about it. But I've been wanting to check out the old Out for Justice, Hard to Kill, and there's a few other ones. I know I'd like to see... I was going to see Down Periscope. It's not Down Periscope. It's Under Siege, where he's in a submarine. That one was another one that was out during the pay-per-view days where I got to see stuff for free, so I watched that a few times. But yeah, Hard to Kill. I want to check it out again and see what it's all about. And I've never owned this in any format, so this will be the first time it's in the collection. I'm a little late to the game on collecting my Steven Seagal flicks, but let's go to the next one. This one's completely different from all the rest. It looks like a cool black and white horror film that's more on mysteries aspects. It's produced by Orson Welles, or he's in it, I believe, too. And it also has Joseph Cotton in it. So it's got a really awesome cast. Journey into Fear. I've never heard of it, never seen it. Ruth Warwick and Dolores Del Rio. I've never seen this one, and I figured I'd pick it up because a lot of these Warner Archive films are really interesting. They don't get a lot of love from people. They don't really talk about these movies. But I've been having a great time with these old black and white horror movies that are in their lineup that I've been getting. So I'm hoping this one's pretty cool. From the stills on the back, Looks like it's beautifully shot, but don't know anything about the movie. But if you do, let me know. And let's finish it off with one more. A movie I swear to God I had in the collection before, but I just turned out I didn't. It is the, I hope I pronounce this right, the Sphinx. And it is an, what is this one, an Amicus? I don't know who put this one out. I always assumed it was an Amicus flick, but it's not, I don't think. But it looked like it had that kind of Hammer horror feel to it from the trailer. I don't believe I've ever seen this one. I don't know if I came across it back in the day, but it's got a lot of weird supernatural aspects to it. I think the story is something like they find a creature that is not normally visible or something like that, and they're doing experiments and they come across the Sphinx, I guess. But really cool concept for a film, and the movie actually has, you know, some good characters in it. Robert Stevens and Robert Powell. And Robert Powell, I believe, was one of the Doctor Who's, right? So many of them, and I don't really keep track of them, so I'm assuming that I know this knowledge. But that's the Sphinx. Don't really know much more about that. But I guess that's going to round out this video. Got some fun films in here. All kinds of genres like normal. And a whole bunch of stuff that I get to fill up the back behind me. Yeah, it's getting out of control at this point, but it's a problem I'm never gonna fully cure myself of, because I just want to collect as many movies as I can, because it's almost like a pure preservation kind of effort, because eventually I'm going to be getting a big ass hard drive, and I'm going to be ripping all these things and just making it into one big collection so I can preserve it for as long as I'm alive, and maybe hopefully past that if anyone else wants to take on the task. But it's going to be filled to the gills with movies, mostly just genre movies, really oddball stuff. That's the kind of stuff I want to preserve, you know, the real weird stuff. But yeah, hopefully you like that idea, and hopefully you like what I'm doing here. If you do, like and subscribe, and if you have a time, leave a comment below, because I love hearing from you guys. But until then, I will see you all at the next Lucid Nightmare. See ya!